the recent lecture we have seen how to construct a deterministic finite automaton for the language set of all strings containing even number of a's, and we also saw that can be modified to accept even number of b's as well. Now let's look at this question. Set of all strings satisfying both x as even number of a's and even number of b's. When we looked at just the even number of a's, we saw that we start from q naught. On reading a, we go to q1 and 0 a's allowed. So this will be a start as well as final state. So you are forced to read one more a, but between these two you can read any number of b's, no control on this. Similarly, you can read any number of b's at the start and in between as well. Now you want to accept just even number of b's, then we said similar automaton can be constructed. On reading a b, you go to q1, and when you are at q0 or q1, you can read any number of a's. Now this language says we need to combine both. So in some sense, if you see this as L1 and this as L2, this says even number of a's, no restriction on number of b's. Even number of b's, no restriction on no restriction on number of a's. And what is this question? This question is precisely what L1 intersection L2. And this question is also giving you a larger message that given a language which is kind of one can come up with a deterministic finite automaton, and another language again there exists a deterministic finite automaton. How do you obtain a deterministic finite automaton for the language which is the intersection of both? So given two deterministic finite automatons accepting the languages L1 and L2 respectively, can you come up with a deterministic finite automaton accepting the language L1 intersection L2? And one can ask other related questions. What about L1 union L2? What about L1 minus L2? So far we have seen L1 complement. For example, if L1 is set of strings containing 101, L1 complement is a set of strings not containing 101. And now if you say L1 is even number of a's, L1 complement is you have to accept set of all strings not containing even number of a's. So which means if you count the number of a's, it is an odd number. So now after experimenting couple of examples, we will develop a framework using which you can answer L1 intersection L2, L1 union L2, L1 minus L2 for any two given L1 and L2. And so that's precisely the focus of this course. You experiment with examples and then get the larger message based on the insights we get out of these examples, and then convey the larger message or the abstract message out of these examples. And now for an arbitrary problem you can talk about this is how the model will be and so on. So you have to remember this. So observe, suppose you are in a state Q0. Now you loop on a symbol, say A, and after that some more transitions are there. So this says 0 or more A's at Q naught, and this does not tell you what no control on the number of A's. So if you loop on a specific symbol, we don't even know how many A's we are actually reading by going through this. The input string, if it contains 4, then I'll go through this 4 times. If the input string has 10, I'll go through this 10. If the input string has 13, then I'll go through this. So, which means if you talk about even or odd number of A's, suppose you want to have this or some specific count, something like 20 number of A's and 17 number of A's, so something like this. If you want to achieve these tasks, then there should not be no loop on A at any state. Because if you allow a loop to happen, then we lose control over the number of A's read. So the moment you talk about specific values or constraint like even number of A's, odd number of A's, or number of A's is multiple of 3, or number of A's is divided by 5 and things like that, one should never have a loop on A at any state in the automaton. So now keeping that in mind, one should develop a mission. And for example, this one, there is no loop on A but any of the states. But you get to see a cycle, this kind of cycle, but you have some control over that cycle. Even if you see this as a loop, but let me differentiate, this is like a self loop, this one we call it as a cycle. So just for clarity purpose, this one let me call it as self loop, it is coming back to itself. This one let's call it as a cycle. But this one you have a control. If you go to Q1, you have read 1A. If you come to Q0, you have read 2. If you go to Q1 again, you have read 3, which means odd number of A's whenever you are at Q1, even number of A's whenever you are at Q0. So the states can tell you some information about the count, but the moment you have a loop on a particular at a particular state on a particular symbol, then you lose control over the count. So this kind of cycle is allowed, self loop is not allowed. So that's what we say when I say no loop, no self loop at any of the states. Okay, so now that this picture is given to us, let's make an attempt. So let's start from Q0. Remember, we want to accept even number of A's and even number of B's. So going by these observations, we should not have loop at any of these states, because the moment you have a loop on A, control on count is lost. The moment you have a loop on B at any state, the control on the count is lost. So it is clear that there should not be any loop on A or B at any of the states. Now keeping that in mind, let's develop a mission. So let me read A. So I am going to mimic this and this. Okay. And in some sense, we are going to combine them. So reading 1A is allowed. Let me go to Q1. But for this A, you should read one more A, only then the evenness is ensured. So let me come back and do this. But this may not be the case always. You may not just read A. After reading A, you may want to read a B. So let me read a B, and on reading a B, I go to Q2. So remember, so far, if you come to Q2, which means you have seen one A and one B, now you have to read one more B and one more A. Only then the evenness is ensured. So the way I do things is, whenever I read A, I ensure corresponding A is read somewhere else. I mean, I should force the machine to read one more A. Similarly, whenever a B is read, I am forcing the automaton to read one more B at some time later. So what I do, let me go back on this. So now what happens, you read a A and then you come over here. Now I am forcing the machine to read one more B. So now evenness is ensured. Suppose I go back. Now with this part, you ensure evenness for this, evenness for this. So let me make this one a final state, because epsilon must be accepted by this machine, because epsilon satisfies this property. Now this is not enough. What can happen? Instead of starting from A, I can always start from B. So let me read a B. And now for this B, you should read one corresponding B. So I go back on this. Now just like after reading a A, you read a B. Maybe after reading a B, you want to read a A. So for that, I use this transition. For this A, I should read a corresponding B somewhere, corresponding A somewhere. So let me come back. So now in some sense, you have created two copies of this mission, leaving the loops, and two copies of this mission. Now let's have a closer look at this mission. You read A, after that you read a B. So now that you have AB. Now for this A, I should read a corresponding A. For this B, I should read a corresponding B. Let's assume I go in clockwise. Now when I come here, corresponding A is read. Now when you go back, corresponding B is read. Or after this, you have decided to go in anti-clockwise. So you are reading this, and which means for this A, corresponding A is this. So for this A, I had to read one more. So now I am reading this B. So for this B, corresponding B is read. Now I go back. For this A, corresponding A is read. And you can go over this any number of times. This will ensure evenness. I can go over this any number of times. This will ensure evenness. But the moment you cross, then either using this you compensate for this A, or you go back and with this you compensate for this A. Similar argument is true for B as well. So that's all, we are done. No self loops, and this precisely accepts what we want. It accepts epsilon, and you need two A's. Take one, come back. So A square or AA is accepted by the mission. A, B, B, A, B, B, A, or A, B, A, followed by B, or like this you can go B, A, B, A. So the mission is so nice that if you loop, then evenness is ensured. Instead of looping, you are going maybe in clockwise or anti-clockwise. Then when you go to this part, then corresponding B is read. Similarly, when you go here, corresponding A is read. And you want to loop on this couple of times, you can always do, and evenness is ensured iteration after iteration. Okay. And there are a couple of other interesting observations one can make out of this, which we shall discuss next. If you have a closer look at this automaton, let's assume after passing the input string, I'm at Q1. If you are at Q0, then you have this property. Suppose I'm at Q1, for example, I'm reading just A, I'm in Q1, or I'm reading triple A, then I'm in Q1, or I'm reading A followed by BB, then A, BB, or I'm reading A, then a B, then AA, followed by B, and so something like this. Or you can read a A, then B, and another A, followed by B, then one more A. So what is this telling you? If you are at Q1, if you look at this pattern, you see that we see odd number of A's. What about B's? If you see this pattern, everywhere it is even, because you ensure this loop or this loop, or if you come over here and then go like this, then corresponding B is red, which means if you want even number of B's and odd number of A's, meaning language consisting of set of strings x belongs to A comma B star, such that x satisfies this property. Then the automaton is precisely this. Q0, on reading A, you go to Q1, and Q1 is also our final state. Then you need to ensure number of B's read as B, number of B's read as even, so that there is no change. So instead of this being the final state, if Q1 is the final state, then we ensure this property. Okay. So on the similar line, look at this automaton. So you have Q0, you read A, then you are in Q1, read a B, go to Q2, you are in Q3. Now instead of Q1, let's assume we are in Q2. We make Q2 the final state. Then we read A and then we come to B. So AB is accepted, or we read one more A and then we read another A, which means we have read 3 A's so far. Or you go here and read a B. So far we have read 2 A's, 2 B's. Then read this, come here, which means you have read 3 A's, 3 B's, and that shows that when you are here, the language is odd number of A's and odd number of B's. Now the last case is Q0, A, Q1, read a B, read a B, suppose I make this one the final state. Now it clearly tells you on reading a B, we go here and we accept. And you can loop on this, you can loop on this. So this will ensure even number of A's. Or you can go like this and then come back. And when you do that, it's first B, then second B, then third B. So it is similar to this, which means even number of A's and odd number of B's. So the beauty here is this: once you have this construction, you are able to get kind of 4 different languages following this template. If you keep this as final state, you get this. If you keep this as the final state, you get this, and so on. So that's another message. Once you get an automaton, depending upon the final state, one can generate other languages as well. And here is one case study. And the beauty here is no self loop, but it accepts very interesting sets of languages. So things like this we shall explore.